behind us, will he? What happens there? Will he just take things into his own and just move off, or will he say there's a car behind, or will I hear a toot from them? Chances are you'll hear a toot.
He may well give you a prompt.
Okay.
But you should actually get into the habit.
Yeah, that's what I need to get into. The habit.
You have got an interior mirror here, haven't you?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So just you need to decide. Have I got time to give the education here?
Yeah.
Or do I have to give the will I have to leave it until after the junction? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You would always talk me through the observations.
Yep.
Yeah, because obviously you don't want me emerging unsafely.
Yep.
The same way with a real learner.
Yeah, because I'm forgetting the consequences at the moment. I'm skipping it, which I can't afford to do.
No, you haven't missed many consequences yet, but you won't. If there is somebody behind you, you won't have time to go into great detail there and then.
Yeah.
But you can fill in the blanks afterwards, yeah.
But we wouldn't stop them, would we? We'd carry on driving.
Yeah.
But then how would I know where we're going, or would he say, okay, we're going to turn, because I don't know Luton?
Exactly the same as what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I'm actually telling him where you're going, isn't I?
Right. So he'd do the same.
Yeah. As soon as you spot that you emerge.
Yeah.
I'll immediately tell you where we're going, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
So as soon as you say to me, we've got the merge coming up, Tony, I'll say to you, we're going to turn left.
And you just
Then
repeat it.
You need to repeat that back to me, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? So, any questions of what we've done?
No, it's making a lot of sense.
It's always a good idea, because although you're telling me what to do, you're checking the interior mirror, give me one command at a time, and make sure I carry out that first, yeah?
Yeah, because what I'm doing is just expecting you to do it.
Yeah.
At the moment,
Just
rather than watching you do it.
Me.
Yeah.
If you don't see me do it,
Yep.
then don't give me the next command.
Yep.
And say, no, come on, check it then.
Will he miss that? Will he do it?
Of course he will, yeah.
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 They all do it.
Yeah.
Not just him, but
they really are very strict on the fact that you're watching them, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you go off in your own little world and start, trying to sort out all the problems on the road.
Yeah, you've had it.
He'll stop you, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or she'll stop you, whatever the case may be, yeah? Watch them, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll tell you now, when you qualify and you're teaching real learners, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to go along with the system we got at the moment, and the system you got at the moment is that your trainer
Yep.
or your SE are not going to kill you. I hope. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Touch wood, yeah.
So we're not going to kill you.
Yep.
But a real learner will. Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to be watching me, because
That's what I need to mentally. Because you're thinking you're teaching a learner. The confusing thing, which doesn't make things easier for me, Tony, is the role play. Right? Is you've got a learner with you, so then you're expecting them to do things that a learner would, which is maybe kill you. But then at the same time, you have to treat. You can't. They're not, so therefore you've got to be looking at them rather than the road and trusting that they won't pull out.
It's all down to.
Do you see what I mean? You've got the mentality of one thing, but then at the same time you can't have that mentality.
It's all down to the time constraints, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got, on a phase 1, you've got about 22 minutes.
Yeah.
To teach the subject, which is emerging, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, to do that with the SE, he needs to know that you know your stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, he's going to have to test you, isn't he?
Yep.
So it is actually different than teaching a real learner, yeah? With a real learner, you'd have all the time in the world to do this, yeah?
Yeah.
Probably be a 2-hour lesson or whatever, yeah? So you'd have all the time in the world, you'd have time to pull over and all that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you find you are losing it, and you just lose the plot completely, then by all means do pull them over, yeah?
Yeah.
But, only do it if you've lost the plot, yeah? So the first thing you need to do is control me. Yeah, if you've got control of me, you'll have time to educate me, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't try educating me and then try to control me afterwards, because that don't work.
That won't work.
Yeah, because you won't get a chance to educate me because you've lost control of me, yeah?
Yep.
So the control element at Luton is very good, because the speed limits in Luton are nearly all 20 mile an hour anyway, yeah?
Yeah,
is
ideal.
Cover the brake, yeah?
Yeah.
He plays along quite nicely with that. Most SEs will play along with the fact that you tell them to cover the brake.
Yep.
Yeah?
Another question coming up, which you think, why does he not know?
No,
but
no. The only question you don't ask, that's the only stupid question, because if you don't understand something, then you need to ask, isn't it?
Cover the brake, Tony. What can you? If I said to you, what does cover the brake mean? What would your reply be?
At this stage, I'd know, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
As we run through the different exercises, you'll find that I would have learned this at moving up and stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But cover the brake doesn't necessarily mean press the brake down, or does it?
That means put your foot over it.
Put your foot over it.
Yeah.
So when you say to them cover the brake, you've then still got to give the instruction of.
No, because at that stage, they will know what cover the brake is. Yeah. In the
Right.
same way, when we stop at a T-junction,
Yep.
and you're saying to me, prepare yourself as normal, you're not having to explain.
You wouldn't say the width of coin and all that because
No,
at that
because
point they've already.
At that point, I know what the
Yeah.
pond routine is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me at the
Well,
moment.
yeah.
Because
Well, yeah. I mean, if we had time, we'd be going through this in a real slow, structured manner. Yeah.
yes,
And we'd be starting off with a controls lesson. But I've taken you out today, and I'm at,
yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah,
you know,
time is
I'm-
not on my side. So
you know, I'm trying to get you to get used to this control and educate element.
Yep.
And emerging's a good one because it puts a little bit of pressure on you, where I can then tell you that, you know, calm down a bit. We don't need to panic about the car behind us. Yeah.
yeah, okay,
So I'm showing you when you've got the opportunity to educate,
yep,
and when you don't.
Hmm.
But by all means, control me. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. So I mustn't emerge any of these junctions.
that's quite important.
Without looking properly. Yeah.
Yep.
In the same way.
And is it important that you say, you know, obviously what you've been asking me to say in every junction is, okay, prepare the car as normal, but don't go until I tell you. Is that quite that the good don't go until I tell you bit? Have you had an instance where if you haven't said that they'll go,
Well, they might try and go. Yeah.
or at least try
Yeah.
and move the car,
Yeah.
so you then have to?
Yeah, and the same
Okay.
way, it's always a good reason. It's always good practice to give them a reason why you don't want them to go.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about the observations.
Hmm.
I want to talk to you about the reference points. Yeah.
Yeah, rather than just saying don't go.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
them
So
yeah, okay,
you know they've got an idea what's coming next, then, isn't it?
yep,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So at this phase, if it was phase 2, and we were doing emerging, and I made a bit of a boo boo, I'd be used to going as soon as I'm ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at phase 2 especially, you would need to say to me, prepare yourself as normal, Tony, but don't go until I say so, because I want to talk to you about the observations that you've done on the last junction, yeah?
Yep.
And they will then know the reason why you're holding them up, and they'll be quite willing to sit there, yeah?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah?
sense. Yep.
Right, let's try again.
Right.
So, you'll have probably sussed out that I've got an idea now that I've now made a relation between the mirrors that I've done on approach to the right and left hand turns to what I'm doing now, yeah?
Yeah,
So that helps you a little bit now, yeah?
it does.
So you could probably then say to me, would you like to have a go at the mirrors? You know, would you like to tell me what mirrors you're going to be using before you indicate, yeah?
Okay, so
Yeah?
that would be after what, a couple of attempts?
After you've given me a
Good enough education. I
good
suppose.
enough talk through,
Yeah.
yeah? Because then I know that you
Yeah.
know what
Yep.
the mirrors and the consequence of not checking them are, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Because don't forget, he's never seen you do the mirrors before,
Yep.
even though he's told you that he has done the mirror signal
Yeah.
position speed look routine before. He's never seen you give an explanation on the mirrors, yeah?
Mm.
So as soon as he's happy with that, then he'll be kind of... You're not actually transferring you're not actually transferring any power over to me. You're just actually checking that education's taking place, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
That makes sense.
Right. So, keep an eye out for the emerges, yeah?
Okay.
Because don't forget, when we're going straight on here, I can handle that myself, so you can be looking ahead for the emerges, yeah?
Yep. Okay. So at this point, I wouldn't start looking at you. Wait.
Well, no, it's not to look at, is it?
No. Okay. Makes sense.
Spotted anything?
Yep.
What you spotted?
Okay, Tony, we've got an emerge coming
Right,
up.
we're going to turn right.
Okay,
So,
we're going to turn right, Tony.
so which mirrors are you going to check?
Check the interior mirror.
Oh, I'm going to check the interior mirror one. This is
And-
the speed.
yeah, and
I'll
check
check
the
the
right
right-hand
mirror,
one,
and
in
pop the
case
signal
anybody's
in.
overtaken me.
Pop the signal on 5 6 car lengths.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
She's
5 or
now-
6 car lengths. isn't it?
Okay, and stop here, Tony. Okay, and
Prepare yourself to
prepare
go.
yourself to
towards
go,
the-
Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, steer towards you. Check the right mirror.
Yeah,
What's that
steer
be?
towards you.
Steer towards you, Tony.
That's
Okay,
enough.
that's it.
Steer towards me.
Tony. Straighten up,
Yeah.
and now
And
straighten
stop.
up and stop.
Now again, where does that Where does our centre line cut into the car?
Okay, so where does our centre line cut into the car?
Oh, same place the last time, just by the edge there.
Excellent. Okay, it's important that, yeah?
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
going.
okay. So it's important that we don't... It's important that we get that reference point for emerging right?
No.
No.
It's important we're left of centre.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Right,
it's
carry on.
important that we're left of centre,
Yeah.
Tony, because if we were too far to the right, we would be potentially blocking an oncoming vehicle coming into this road,
Oh, right, yeah.
or they would collide with us. And
Yeah.
if we were too far to the left, Tony, we'd potentially be misleading someone behind us with our signal on to the right, but in the wrong position on the left. Ultimately, what would happen is they'd try and overtake us on the right as we're moving off to the right, and there'd be a collision.
Oh, right, yeah. So, just creep forward, Tony.
Okay,
Old
just
man's
creep
walking
forward,
pace.
Tony,
And
old man's walking pace.
do you want to try line this reference point up for not encroaching on the giveaway line?
Okay, Tony.
Oh, yeah, I'll have a go at that. I think I know where that is now.
Yep.
Oh, just about there.
Okay.
So, just quickly, where does it come in?
Where does the car cut into?
Oh, exactly the same as it did on the last 3 or 4, just before the door mirror.
Excellent.
And you know why that's important, Tony?
Right, okay, yeah. So, do you know why that's important, Tony?
Oh, yeah, if I encroach and somebody's come from my right, they might swerve around me
Yep.
and they might hit a bus coming towards me, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct, Tony.
Yeah?
Okay, and yeah, so you've answered it, so I wouldn't need to then.
That's it.
Okay. Right, and where does the car cut into the left, Tony? No.
Right.
Where does the car cut into the left? That doesn't
Yeah,
really
whatever.
make sense.
Okay. Right, so we need to talk
Just
about
tell
the
me about
observation.
that one again, because I keep forgetting how to word that one.
Which one?
This one, about the...
That doesn't apply in right-hand turns.
Yeah, so
we've got
that's
a car
why I
coming up
forget
behind
it.
us.
Okay.
Right, so
yep.
check to the right, Tony.
I forgot we were doing right-hand turn there. Check to the right-hand side, Tony.
Anybody coming?
Anybody coming?
No.
Okay, check for pedestrians across, Tony.
None there.
Anybody coming? Anything from the left, Tony?
I've got that dust cart.
Okay, that's fine. Just wait for that.
Would you go in front of him?
Would you go in front of him, Tony?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have time to walk across and walk back again there, would I?
That's good. Okay,
check to the right
check
again.
to the right again, Tony.
Check
Anything
ahead.
coming? Check ahead. Check to the
Left.
Okay, and check to the right again, Tony. And it's important that you look to the right, Tony. Okay, and
Go on, carry on. You,
just check the middle
no,
mirror.
no, go on. You were just about to say something there. It's important to check to the
I
right,
didn't
Tony.
give you bloody consequences.
It's important to check to the right,
Important that
Tony.
you check to the right, Tony, to make sure that you're steering to the direction you're looking.
And the consequences are
And the
not.
consequences of that would be you would hit a pedestrian that you wouldn't see by looking to the opposite
Alright.
side.
And we're going to take the next turning to the right.
And we're going to take the next turn to the right. Damn those consequences.
You're doing fine. You're doing good.
To remember the consequences. Because I sort of do it and then I panic about the new road.
It's the
And
what,
then,
why, how, and the consequences. So after we turn into that new road, now you can fill the blanks in.
Okay.
Yeah, go on in.
Right.
After we turn into the new road, Tony,
Yep. Okay, so after we turned into the new road, Tony,
it's important.
it's important that we check the interior mirror.
Yeah, why?
Why is that, Tony?
No, go on, tell me why.
At this stage, would you not then expect them to know? No? I don't know.
I'll give you an idea when I know, don't worry.
Okay. The reason for that, Tony, is to make sure we can check.
Don't worry, I'll deal with this and merge myself. Go on, carry on.
Okay. Well, you're dealing with it. It's important to check the interior mirror, Tony, so we know the distance of speed for the car behind us.
And it's important to check the right-hand door mirror.
And it's important to check the right-hand door mirror, Tony, to make sure there's nothing overtaking us.
Alright.
If there were, then would you? Yeah, if there was something overtaking us, Tony, it's important that we let them go to make sure they don't go into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, that's very similar to what I done last week on the left and right-hand turns. I had to check the two mirrors after I made a turn.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
So,
yeah, and then he's given you a.
would you like to have a go at that on the next one on your own, Tony?
Would you like to have a go at that?
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
your
have a
own,
go.
Tony. Okay.
Now, we're going to, there's an emerge coming up.
Okay, so the merge coming up,
Yeah,
Tony.
come on, spot these emerges a bit earlier, yeah?
Okay.
Now, we're going to turn left.
Okay, we're going to turn left, Tony.
So I'm going to check the interior mirror.
The interior mirror.
And a left-hand door
Left
mirror.
mirror
I'm going to pop a
and-
left-hand signal on now, but it's about 5 or 6 car lengths, isn't it?
Yep.
So why is it important to get that signal on about 5 or 6 car lengths, Tony?
Okay, why is it important to get that signal on 5, 6?
Right, just tell me where to look here, right?
Okay, look to the right, Tony.
Yeah,
Anything
nothing
coming? Any
coming.
pedestrians over there? Anything to the left, Tony?
No.
No. Okay. Look to the right, Tony. Anything coming?
Oh,
Yes. Was it safe to go, Tony?
No, I'm going to walk
Okay.
across and walk back down.
Okay. Look to the right, Tony. Any pedestrians coming
No.
from ahead?
No.
Anything to the left?
No.
Okay. Look to the right, Tony, and look to the left, to the direction you're
Alright.
steering in. Okay. And straighten up, Tony. And look into the interior mirror, Tony.
Oh yeah, interior mirror for the new road.
Yep.
And the right door mirror if anybody's overtaken me, and I'd let them go, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would. Okay. Why was
Yeah.
it important that we didn't go when that car came from the right?
Oh,
Tony?
I didn't have time to walk across and walk back again, did I?
Excellent. Would
So-
you put that in there?
So we were talking about, you got to remember what you were just about to talk about there. We didn't get a chance to finish it. Now we're going to turn left. We were talking about why it's important to get the signal on
Yeah,
at the proper
that's
time,
it.
yeah? So
Yeah.
it's important to get the signal on, Tony, about 5 or 6 car lengths. So people around you have got time to react.
Yeah.
It could be the car behind you, you don't want them braking all of a sudden.
Yep.
Or if we put the signal on too late and
Yep.
there's a pedestrian getting ready to step off the pavement
Yep.
and they're not sure which way you're going, they might actually step off the pavement and just you put the indicator on.
Yep.
But there will be occasions where you may have to delay the signal.
Mhm.
For example, if you've got a road just beforehand,
Yep.
you don't want to indicate before that road because there may be a car coming out of that road and they may think you're going to turn in there, yeah?
Yep. Tony, I've got another question.
Go on.
You know when we were talking about the importance of the signal, but then a car came. So when we turned into New Road, I'd forgotten about going back to the importance of the signal, didn't I?
Yeah.
Which you had to remind me of. Now, what would happen there if I'd forgotten about that and concentrated on why was it important that we didn't go when that red car came from the right, which is still education, but
Yeah,
I've missed out the
No.
signal, which is probably
No,
more.
you prioritised, didn't you?
Okay.
What was more important?
Well, the car coming
The
from
car.
the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was...
But then what if I'd completely forgotten about going back to the signal? Would anything happen there and then would he mark you down?
No, you would, providing you get the education in before we finish.
Yeah, that's
Yeah?
fine. Okay.
But that was a good... That was
I
good.
just thought that was more
Hang on,
important
let
at
me
the time,
bloody
yeah.
finish my sentence. No, that was good the way you prioritised, yeah? It was more important there to talk about the vehicle that was coming to the right
Mhm.
than it was to educate me on the timing of the signal, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to turn left.
Now
Just
we're
have-
gonna turn left.
you
Tony.
never relax a minute, this is a crossroads anyway.
Okay. Right. Starting to make sense, which is good.
You're actually picking it up quite well.
Yeah, I sort of feel like I'm making good progress, but then I'm
Well, if you
forgetting
turn-
things.
If you actually turn up your lessons, you might be a quite good standard by now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, cheers, Tony. We'll edit that bit on the tape.
No, we won't. We'll leave it in there so you bloody remember it.
Didn't want to give you the flu.
Okay?
Didn't want to give you the flu. And the consequences of that would be you'd be out of action as well.
No, I'll just give it back to you, wouldn't
There you go. At least I remembered the consequences on that one.
I? Yeah.
So putting it into practice and watching the videos is completely different, Tony. You know, you can watch. I've been watching the videos and it's sort of
The videos are brilliant, yeah?
they're very good, but
It's really good to watch the videos before you come down and then watch them when you go back again.
yeah,
And then you can think, well, oh yeah, I'm beginning to understand it now, yeah?
yeah, that's it. Yeah, because you've seen the videos alone. Yes, it's very helpful. Once you've seen the videos and then put it into practice and then gone back to the videos, those videos make sense a lot more. That's
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
there
it's-
is a handful of people who have actually learned and actually qualified by using the videos on their own, yeah?
really
Yeah.
what without any. Well, obviously some, but not.
Yeah, but we're talking about people using these videos 18 hours a day, yeah?
Yep.
They've actually made a full-time job of it, yeah?
Wouldn't be able to do that.
No, it's
hard.
it takes a lot of discipline to do it.
Yeah.
It takes a very special person to do it.
Yep.
But they would still have needed some kind of practice of doing it on the move, yeah? Because when the car starts moving...
It's a completely different...
Yeah, but of course it is. You've got a moving
Yeah.
car, isn't it? On the video, you can pause it.
Well, that's the
Yeah?
thing, yeah.
But you've got to remember, the video is a great help at the beginning, like before you come down.
To get you
Um,
into the...
yeah, to give you an idea what
Yeah.
the subject's all about.
Yep.
And then when you go back afterwards, think, right, well, let's just have a watch how Blaine done this again, yeah? And then it all starts to fall into place, yeah?
It's true.
And then you also got your own video to watch, so you can think, well, right, let's see how I done that. Oh yeah, I can see where I went wrong there.
Yep.
Yeah. Some of that was very, very good. Was very, very good.
What, from your part, yeah?
Not from your part. No, from your part. Some of it was very, very good.
Yeah, I just need to just put it into practice a lot more because
Yeah, so
there's small bits that I'm...
Yeah,
just
so if you
completely-
noticed there was bits that I had done, that you know in your own mind he would have done before.
Yeah.
Like the mirror signal routine, yeah?
Yeah.
And the mirrors after turning, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And once you've explained it quite well, you have an idea. They may well give you sort of lifelines like, oh, that's very similar to what I've done last week.
Yeah.
That's him telling you that if you're listening to what he's saying, oh, would you like to tell me what mirrors you're going to check the next time, yeah?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
takes a lot of pressure
Whereas
off you.
if you miss that
but,
lifeline...
but it not only takes pressure off you, but it also lets you check what learning's taken place, yeah?
To give...
Yeah.
What-
So you're not actually transferring any power over to me, yeah?
Mhm.
But you're just checking what learning's taken place, yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah?
To see what level they're at, it gives you an indication to identify what they've picked up, basically.
Yeah, and it gives you an idea that, oh bugger, he hasn't picked any.